Doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are here today with another classic, First versus HNR, which is Honor. We will bring you a T12 Frontlines match. Everybody is just loading in, as you can see. We've got people accidentally on the wrong team, so we're just sorting that out, and we are going to be good to go. There will be 4 maps played: Devastation to start it, and to end it, Rotterdam and Twisted Steel. I am joined by my co-hosts, Cup of Joe and Bozard. Ladies and gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Hey, this is
Those are our
Cup-of-Joe here.
names.
Oh god.
Yep.
Talking over
And
each other.
Botard. Yeah, Stubbleman. Yay.
Yay, we're good at this.
Bozard can't speak for himself tonight.
Can't. No, Joe's my spokesman.
Oh, that's good to know for future references when I call out.
Alright, well, it seems as though First has 14 guys and H&R has 12, so, yeah.
Yeah, this was supposed to be a T12 ESB rules. I know that for a fact. Only.
Yeah.
So, I know we have not started yet, ladies and gentlemen. These are just people loading in.
Oh, I hope Psycho gives you the go-ahead when they're actually gonna go.
Yeah, I'm actively waiting on the channel on the Discord. I say channel now like it's like a new word or something. I saw blood. I thought I saw Blowtard for a second. I was like, wait, what?
You saw nothing.
I saw B and I didn't really look at the name. Well, this is a pretty interesting high line that they're holding here. I wonder if this is going to be a strategy they've got going on. If everybody's just getting into position.
Who knows? Looks like First is still trying to figure out their roster, unless it's a T12.
It's a T12. I can guarantee you that for a fact from what Seco told me. So it looks like First is probably just trying to figure out their roster, which
Should have been done beforehand.
yeah, you can take that and run with it.
I'm playing with the snow on my screen.
Oh, I know. I'm doing the same thing. It's so fun. I'm looking. I love the level of detail on this map. If you actually look in the town and everything,
Can I go through this?
the church or the hotel is just stunning. Like the actual level of detail.
We never did find that dinosaur footprint, did we? Dick was talking about that one time.
Oh yeah, there is an Easter egg on this. Couple of them. The telephones all connect to something as well. Match starts at 23 minutes, so in 22 seconds, guys. Just got confirmation.
Okay. The match got canceled, Cap. Unfortunately, 300 said they couldn't get enough people.
Is H&R going to get rid of those 2 randoms, though? Or are they not randoms?
I don't know. I just told him to do so.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Maybe they're doing 14-14. Who knows?
Maybe with 2 randoms, I guess? Yeah.
And here we go, folks. And we are kicking it off right now. It is happening. I guess we are going on 14-14, even though it was supposed to be T12.
Well, now they made my sign all wrong.
Good thing I didn't put a number.
It looks like we've got a bunch of H&R pushing the point, but nobody actually attempting to cap it. Although First is on the point, they do not have enough numbers to cap it right now. So this is actually quite interesting.
On a pistol play by Red Tail Ghost on the balcony.
Ooh.
Both teams still fighting for it. Looks like First is going to take the balcony on the left side. Coming to midpoint. First Six Victorious is there as well.
First is going to have to watch that flank because HNR has got 2-3 now people around them. And they've noticed it and dropped the first, but someone's gotten through.
And it is going to be first, taking the first sector of C. H&R is just running into a lot of guns, it seems like, and not very well coordinated thus far. Hopefully they can get it together by the time they get back to D. But Ganja is already on the flank.
Yes, you are right. Ganja's got support now, and he's got multiple support as his squad spawns in, and now they're going to find it very difficult to be pushed off. Ooh, and they're getting dropped from the back. Yoda Kush and 2 others go down simultaneously.
Soldiers, we must attack the objective.
Ganja currently rocking the bar with the 3 times. I got him in first person right now. He is quite alone on the point waiting for spawns.
It looks like he's getting them right now.
I didn't know the bar was legal, but okay. Thought it was a weapon that has to wait.
Well, we don't know the rules they're playing by.
They play by their own rules.
It's rebels. Looks like First is being real hesitant to really push their numbers into the point. We've got really no resistance on the right side. Gotta confuse the statement so long to come around that corner.
Ja, das ist gefährlich.
But here they come. Taking a hard right flank with the majority of their numbers.
Yeah, that's a hard right flank, and they're gonna look to be countered quickly there. War Monkey trying to get through, but Holly makes a push into it, and they're getting a double push on the right as well, and it looks like the resistance on the right is gone as well as the left. H&R having to spawn in the middle to control the point, which they've completely lost on the flanks. They don't really have anywhere they could possibly go to outmaneuver First at this point, because Dr. Hellcat is rushing the church middle to give that what looks to be a Lewis gun some fire. No, Hellcat's got the bar as well, and now H&R are going to have a very difficult time pushing back onto the point that First is just overran from the flank.
Yeah, that just became a blue and red sandwich, and red was the center.
Yeah,
H&R.
that was not pretty to watch.
First definitely seems to have a much better coherent game plan. It looks like H&R is just running around a little bit, not really understanding where to go.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. H&R look like they're disorganized, trying to keep everybody together, but even that's not working out.
They've at least figured out that Echo's the next point, and they've got the majority of their people right on the point, but let's see how well they keep the openings closed. Need those sliding glass doors in the main breach from the church side.
Looks like they've got the left side held off pretty well here from this angle. And they're keeping a good side of the right, but everybody on the right for both platoons is down. First have one person up who is the last man. Going for a revive is fast. Will that be enough? And it looks like the left side has been compromised. They've got a full squad through First, and they need to push that point. H&R are not on the point capping it whatsoever, which is very odd because they do have the majority. First are going to come from the right in the back left now, and this is going to be interesting. Somebody just dropped a First player coming into the back with an incendiary grenade, so that's going to close that gap off. But it looks like Monkey is going to go down, and God is going to try and stay in the fight here, outnumbered 3-1. But it looks like H&R are holding this point. All attempts to break through the flank are finally coming through because full squads are now in behind, and H&R are going to have to do a lot here to get back in command of this point. This is about to be a slaughterhouse. And it looks like First are taking control, and H&R are pushed into one corner, and they cannot get themselves out of it whatsoever. And that is the second time they've been trapped from the flanks. It seems that's what the game plan is by First, to go on the flanks, and it is working.
Yeah, they completely wiped H&R off the face of the earth on that point, so H&R is going to have to fight their way back in. And First is watching every single side. Seems like they got a plan going into this one.
Yeah, the flank game is really working for First. And now they are in command of the point. And it looks like H&R are going to have to come from only one direction here. And it's going to be too little too late, but they are going to attempt to trap them on the point itself. And they could just figure out what happened in time to reorganize. And it looks like they're going to push First off the point in a shocking flank maneuver that's a counter flank. Swartz is off the point, being the last man, I would assume, at this point. Hellcat is in behind him, though, so that flank is now compromised if Hellcat can get there. Blood is coming in with Hellcat, and First now having to scatter around the point to pick H&R off. Now, that was an interesting play there by H&R to use the same strategy against First that they have been using.
But there's First pushing their way back in and starting to take it. They are just trading this E point back and forth, back and forth. One team tries to hold and the other one runs them over. Reverse and repeat.
Like the way they're taking it back is almost the same way each time. One team takes off whoever's covering the balcony side, and they just wipe whoever's on the point off.
Yeah, they really need to coordinate and figure out where these flanks are coming from and get around them.
In the big picture again. H&R look like they're going to go for another wide flank around the balcony side. While the other half of their team tries to head through the main breach just to the right of the theater.
Captain Gunther going up balcony side, underneath right now, smoking to get up there. Pushing in.
He gets one.
Doing a nice little
Looks like
slide.
Gets two before he gets down.
Over there.
The Type 100 coming in handy there in close quarters. And the bar as well from Hellcat. And it looks like First have secured the point. Finally.
And they'll be moving on to the bombs.
And
yes, we are.
my camera is tilted because I zoomed out when somebody was dead. There we go. That is much better.
Looks like First already know which point they want to go for first, and it would be A. Making a hard right push.
That actually
Being
is
kept
the
back
easier
by that
way.
invisible line.
Yeah, that's actually the harder of the two because it's so wide open. Just get a couple of people looking from height, and you
And it
can
looks like
hold
First
it.
are sending flanks again, guys. It's a clear strategy that they have worked on for the night, and it's paying off.
They might be aware of the fact there's a lot more of them at Bravo, so it looks like First is going to go hard for A first.
Ooh, that is the easier one. Being able to take out that basement area, clear it out. Yep, but they just wipe everybody off of the point and get the plant down, and there it goes.
I don't know if H&R realized, but with only 12 minutes left in this game, at the pace that Echo went, it's going to be very tough for them to push all the way through the other points back to the enemy spawn to maybe take out one of their bombs. So if they don't defuse A, this game looks like it's going to be going to first.
Yeah, we've only got 11 minutes left as well. So it looks like B is completely surrounded, and Soko is now coming in with help from Monk, but he's going to be met with force. There's going to be a battle, and they are dropped by the bar of all guns. I haven't seen a Bari, or the Bren, I should say. I haven't seen a Bren at all tonight. And it looks like, I don't understand what Bax is doing all the way on the extreme flank. I don't know if he's just covering or the last man here.
First,
But
trying to make that
remember,
flank from
guys,
behind didn't really work out for him right there.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they got slaughtered as they walked into that.
Well, I was just in a
incinerator.
first-person view, and I just got a blinding white light.
Yeah, that was the incinerator grenade you saw firsthand.
I thought it was a flashbang. They had those, right? World War II flashbangs?
As far as I know.
I'm
Wouldn't be
concerned now. Oh, no.
surprised.
My timer's stuck at 11:06, and it's still a solid white screen.
Oh no, that is not good.
Good.
Score
It is
1 for
10:30
Dice's
right
spectator
now.
mode.
Yeah, for all the viewers, unfortunately, I might have to have some technical difficulties by no choice. Yeah. Uh-oh.
I just close out and restart.
Yeah, this is gonna be the we'll be right back.
Da 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 da.
Well, it looks like everybody is spread out. I've got nothing but a crazy amount of names right now. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit so everybody can catch the action. First, have pushed on the B, but have yet to make it downstairs. Their top side, Koran, is coming in handy with the assault class right now. But they finally go down. No, they stay up. It was not them that got dropped. Gunther coming in with a few kills himself, making sure everybody knows where he's located at to hold the section. First, trying to reorganize into groups of 3, but they are not pushing, and I do not understand that because, oh, excuse me, that backside flank is just being held really well by HNR. So it looks like the game plan all along was to give up Alpha Bomb and keep Bravo Bomb, and it's worked.
You know, watching this play out and seeing all these randoms come in and out, and I'm sure Psycho has to stop playing for a moment to kick them. It might be a good idea to have one extra person that is actually the moderator of the entire thing to hold the server open, and they have the ability to kick people who are not welcome.
And keep the numbers consistent if they can.
Exactly, because right now it is 16 on 16, and HNR has a windfall with a guy from Too Easy coming in.
And it looks like that's going to be all she wrote. The B-bomb is taken. We got some pretty big scores from both sides. The highest is 24. The second highest is 22. And first with the best squad. That does not surprise me.
Oh no. Oh good. Actually, I put myself in queue.
Whoopsie.
Whoopsie daisy. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. And we have the River City of Rotterdam coming up next. Now, this is a tank map. Going to be very interesting to see who's in the tanks.
Oh, that's right. It is a tank map from Frontline.
Yeah.
I keep thinking we're doing Squad Conquest. I don't know why.
Yeah, I know. I keep thinking the same thing, too. I'm like, wait, there's too many people for squad. Oh, yeah, it's because it's the first of many T12 folks. I do promise you that, so we will get the hang of this. It is trial and error. And
Alright, good,
there
it's
is
back up.
Bozard back in the mix.
Yeah, it's working. Okay. Didn't get the scoreboard for last time, but this is what it looks like now. 2 easies in here, huh? H&O's got quick thumbs now, huh? Alright. Yeah.
And they also have a Randy as well.
Yeah, you got a
Couple Randys.
couple
I
extra
wonder
people.
if he followed me or if they called him in.
Wouldn't
because
be
I think I know him.
surprised either way, Botard really would not. Alright guys, we are going to bring you a quick view of the first point, which is this section right here where you see the pole in the middle. It extends to the right over here and to the left just over here where, oop, didn't mean to zoom in that much, where this truck is and that machine gun post. The objective here is to flank along the riverside where you see this pathway and to also lock down this house or to lock down this tower if you can do so. If you can get into that second floor with a Lewis gun on either side, you can be in pretty good shape if your person with the Lewis gun knows how to shoot distance. And here we go, smoke galore. Looks like First are running an entire squad of medics, another half a squad. Oh, it looks like they're gonna call in a sniper who spawned in a bit late, but it is gonna be H&R who are first to the point, but they're gonna be pushed back immediately by First here.
And here comes H&R's tank
hard.
coming in with
Yes,
a Panzer 38T.
And it looks like First are in behind the flank already. They jumped across. Soko had no clue what got behind him. He was on the river waiting for the push, but it didn't come that direction. That was a great flank by First. H&R are completely surrounded now. And the tank is having to put work in on backside and the flank. And here comes Slayer to take that tank out with some mines.
From what I think I just saw, the
Gunther?
first tanker just went down, so what that probably means is that he's having issues with his tank spawning in. And
that has been an issue,
that's
right?
a known thing for
Yes,
sure.
it has. That is a
I've tried
known
this before
issue.
myself, and I've seen that.
Yeah, it happened to one of my guys. He spawned in 4 times in a row without the tank, even though he was the tank, and the tank would spawn in.
So it looks like First is definitely going to be at a clear disadvantage
Very big disadvantage.
from the start of this game. But even with that disadvantage, they are Captain Bravo as we speak.
Yeah, they still are in good control, and they are getting another brilliant flank going again. First, his whole night has a flanking squad and 2 snipers, and it is really working out in their favor.
Oh, and it looks like that 38T hit a couple of mines and gets taken down almost immediately by Dr. Hellcat.
Yes, it did. They had mines set up all along that road, and here comes the first flanking squad, and it is going to show up right on time because Bravo is about to be finished capped by First. Except the issue is most of First is surrounded in smoke. Not sure where the bullets are flying in from. We've got somebody from H&R on the river trying to get around the flank to get rid of that sniper, but that's not going to make any bit of difference because B is already capped now. And we are going to have to move on to the next point, which is Alpha, which is right next to it. Oh, we've got a flare being used. We do have a flare on H&R side.
I caught that. That was the Yugo Kring whatever, the Zavo guy. So it was,
Yeah,
it was
that
the random.
was the random, yeah.
But that's also going to be another advantage that they're going to have.
Just want to take a moment to say thank you very much, Kevster, for the sub. Really appreciate that. And to answer your question from before, yeah, it's a 1 tank for each side, but as you saw, one of the First is not having a good time with their tank abilities because it is not letting them spawn in with it.
Yeah, it is not, and that is going to definitely be a disadvantage, Joe. But meanwhile, First are just pushing forward hot and heavy with lines and lines of
Yes,
medics.
it does.
And that is what you are seeing being worked out to perfection. Everybody except for about 3 people on First is a medic, and it's working, and the flank has worked again. And the random again is now shooting flares. I've let Sicko know, so that way everything works itself out.
And here comes H&R's tank once more. Now a Tiger tank.
Bringing in the heavy guns. Not sure exactly what rule set they're using, but it seems like they really don't care.
Yeah, it seems like they're just having fun at this point. Because
With the random popping up flares, I can assume that they would be throwing the rule sets out the windows.
That's a huge advantage.
I was told ESB rules for certain. I could screenshot it and post it if necessary.
I don't think that's really necessary.
Well, it looks like the random sniper finally actually managed to get a kill.
And wow, the random tanker, I think he might have been just kicked from the game for bringing in that Tiger tank.
Yeah, he was.
That is what happens when you break the rules that bad. H&R are able to push back first and keep them in the White House, basically. First needs to realize they need to get out of that White House and get onto the point. Otherwise, H&R is going to be
And it looks like that push is coming right now.
And there it is. Maybe they were massing to do a Zerg rush because they are effectively taking it back. But it seems like H&R realized that and also Zerged at the same time.
Yes, they have, and now they are on the back foot, not being able to get past the bus or the train.
And it is just a kill zone to the right of the truck and the tree on the midpoint.
And we're going to bring you some close-up action of this one. This is good. This is what we anticipated tonight.
Just a sea of revive symbols everywhere.
From both sides, and both sides getting revives up. But that was a good little flank by Gunther there to make sure everybody in that warehouse went down.
And it looks like H&R is unaware, but they do have a first member coming around on their back flank.
They've got multiple first members now, and that was another good flank by first. An excellent idea tonight, and it is working.
They definitely have the flank strategy on point.
Yes, they really do.
And yeah.
And first are going to get to the point just before it's captured and take it back. It ain't over yet, folks.
Once again, a back and forth on the last point.
It's a slugfest between the two.
Oh, and a pistol kill going out there for H&R. He was not dying without a cause.
First doesn't realize that all of the H&R guys have been completely wiped away. They need to get bodies on that point. They're wasting valuable time.
I don't think they realize that at all. And here comes H&R heavy on the three flanks, but first there to meet him in each one of them.
H&R coming in the
and that's
backside.
interesting. The middle flank did not work at all, but the backside flank did.
And all you see is this lonely Tiger tank just sitting, being used for cover by H&R very effectively, actually. So that was a very fortuitous spot for that person to get kicked out of the tank from.
I'm surprised first hasn't destroyed it, to be honest.
That is what you'd think they would do, but I don't know.
They're using it to their advantage, so.
Would you really want to get rid of your only cover?
No,
Yeah,
definitely
that's
not.
what I'm saying.
Definitely not. We got a first going for a swim right now. Dark Chocolate Cream is his name, and he is gonna.
He's getting there.
He is looking around, not realizing that he can't climb
Can't get up
there.
that way, buddy.
Let's
He's gonna have to take the ladder about 5 or 6 feet to the right.
Yeah, and he's trying. He is. Oh, maybe he's gonna get it. I'm on first person. Nope, he doesn't get it.
And now somebody else is trying it.
Oh, and there he found the ladder. Good job.
Well, the
Red
other
Tail, though,
person
found the one
Joe's
spot.
got it instantly. That was hysterical. And the one guy that did spawn in got dropped instantly. That was
H&R
pretty
now clearing out the
hysterical.
White House, so they've got control of the front and mid of the point.
And it looks like they might finally capture this point. This has been back and forth for the last 5 minutes. Easily more. And first now back into a corner via an incinerator grenade.
The guy from Too Easy coming in and clearing out a bunch of people on the point from behind. First, trying to push in, but it's going to be a little bit too little too late. H&R is going to get this point and push the objective back to the middle.
But first is still in behind them. And now they will be on the point. So it looks like H&R is not going to have the easiest time. You have to watch their flank. Push the point with all this smoke barrage. And it is coming down in their favor. They've got 4 people on each flank. And they sent Gunther's squad in and around. And it looks like we've just got a game freeze.
Yeah, and though, you know, H&R's got the point secure with a, not sure if they're aware of yet, but they've got a full 2 squads of first behind them coming from the old Alpha point.
Monkey is aware, and Monkey's gonna drop the first one and try to get out of there, but he's gonna get revived.
Psycho going for the revive. Ballsy move
And
with no
gets it.
smoke.
And gets the incinerator grenade kill on the outside of the line, and they are looking like they've got the complete control of B right now on that right-hand flank. But what they don't know is they've got a full squad in the house of first, ready to jump into action. But it looks like somebody is there taking them down. And that is what's happening. That person has gotten all 4 of them in that house. And that was well done to them. That was an incredible shot there. We got some pretty high scores on both sides.
First trying to make a power push onto the point.
But it's
H&R
gonna
holding
be-
strong on the front line.
Yes, they are. It's going to be too little too late. H&R has the entire momentum swinging in there.
Seems as though Don's mic just cut out, and I'm going to jump in here and say that H&R capitalized on that momentum, pushing them in.
Yes, they certainly did. And now the smoke and fog is coming in. So this is going to make things more interesting on C.
But looking at the scoreboard, what I will say is, though it is H&R versus first, looks like the real difference makers have been Quick Thumbs and Edison of Too Easy.
They definitely are putting in work together.
Yes, they are. They're a good little 2-man squad to say that, for sure. And looks like Honor are well in charge here, slaughtering every first member on the point.
Oh, I really like the glow of the players with this fog, I'll say that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys got the highlights for the players as well, but this looks very Christmassy.
Oh, indeed.
Oh, I do too. Yeah, it's very good.
I'm actually trying to find the...
Oh, and we've got a melee kill here. It was.
You're looking for highlight colors? You thinking you're gonna make the blue team green?
No, I am turning the weather off. So
Well,
now...
I
keep
like
the
it.
weather on. It adds to the aspect of everything going down.
It does, but I'd rather have people be able to see what's going on.
Well, it looks like we've got a huge bonfire going on right now in the middle of the point, and Honor is still doing well to fend off every single attack being thrown their way. Soko finally goes down, and it looks like Hellcat is doing 27 and 8 right now. For first, he is running their side, and Gunther's 23 and 12, putting in work for his team as well. First now have to spawn on the train tracks up top left, and H&R have to spawn all the way back, but they look like they will secure this point even though there is a bunch of firsts pushing onto it.
But hold up, yeah, here comes first, just as it's about to be capped, and they're taking that C down to a red C now.
Yeah, they are. They are trying to park the sea like Moses here and make it the Red Sea. And it looks like they swarmed it just in the nick of time because they switched the momentum. And they pushed the momentum in their favor. And that was a well-timed strategy. And it looks like we've got a pistol kill as well as dynamite on the same location. And we've got a slaughter going on in this left side house. It is exactly where you would think it would be on this point. Now first are completely reorganized here.
First did not like the momentum that H&R had, and they pushed in and got it.
Yes, H&R are now trying to push back. First completely organized in that right hallway, and now they are swarming all out like bees at one target. And now H&R are going to have to hold Bravo. They are not going to be able to get Charlie back at this rate that H&R has where everybody is. Albeit I hold my tongue because the left flank is now compromised. H&R snuck 2 players in there, but the incinerator grenade has held them back, so that will cap C for first. Now C have to push out. We might have a complete tie.
9 minutes left in the match. We'll see what happens, but with that amount of time, it is going to be real tough for anybody to even get to the bomb point.
Yeah, back to where we started. I'm not sure. Whoever gets to the other person's bombs will be the victor for this map, if they are able to detonate.
Even if they're able to plant, they'll still get the point. So.
Will they?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we will, because that's how it was in Battlefield 1. Yeah. And this is a complete deadlock here. Both sides popping smoke with medics galore, but it looks like we've got a swimmer here, folks. And his commander going around the flank in the water, making it there. Now getting
it's a
shot
pistol
at
kill.
and getting the kill with the pistol in the water. What a play that was.
Oh, but unfortunately he's seen.
H&R wiping them off the point again and pushing to them, the 2EZ, holding them off, but he's getting shot from behind.
And he's taken down by Ribby Rules. I'm Mr. Flintstone 45.
Oh, the names.
Oh, and it looks like an arty strike's been called. If I'm not mistaken, that's against ESB, but I could be wrong.
Well,
no, it definitely is against ESB. I don't understand who called that in. But H&R is not having much of an effect. They've only gotten 1 kill, 2 kills with it, and that's it. It didn't have much effect at all.
That was first arty strike.
calling that in. I got a feeling that they might be a little bit mad that H&R got the too easy guys, so the rules just went out the window.
Yeah,
like we said earlier, as they also had the advantage of the tank and they were unable the entire game to have one. Seems like they're not playing by ESB anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they've been playing by ESB at all since the beginning of this round.
Damn birds, they're so loud.
Get out of here, birds. We're not giving you fries.
Get out of here. You're not wanted.
And it looks like first are getting taken apart bit by bit on the flank.
H&R trying to probe that back left of the point. Looks like they've gotten 1 or 2 in, but are almost immediately taken out by first defensive line. But hold up, NMR. The RZ guy, he got in. I'm not gonna. It's happening too quick. I can't say the name.
Enamorado.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And another arty strike being called in by first. But hold up, it looks like it's the direction of H&R, so I can't tell who's exactly calling these sector artilleries.
No, it is first because I got pink smoke, and that is the color of first on my screen.
Well, it's funny because it says H&R on the kill feed is getting the sector artillery kills, so maybe it's always red.
A bit confusing, that one.
I think it's the directionality you got to focus on.
Mm.
But either way, both teams have forfeited any potential.
And there's another one
ESB
on
rules.
B by first.
Yes, there is.
First is just not even bothering waiting for a rocket. They're just calling in on killers. Like, and it's keeping H&R back.
I will say it gives more interesting visuals, but this is clear breaking of the ESB rules with these arty strikes.
First is not doing. And there comes in another one from H&R.
And you know what? This looks like it's going to be a very effective H&R arty strike now.
Yeah, they're wiping multiple people off the point.
Getting the majority of first to fall back.
And they are being forced to fall back.
A very interesting development, to be sure.
And this looks like it's going to be a stalemate.
And with that, yeah, the back and forth continues. Even with both teams calling in arty strikes.
I think they've just given up any sort of hope of somebody on either side getting to the end here.
Yeah, so they're saying, hey, I've got these squad points, might as well use them.
And both platoons doing it. First has a squad in the White House. Oh, excuse me, that are getting kills from.
And now with the point capped, here come H&R going for Charlie. He's going to see if they can maybe get it quickly enough to get to the bombs, but with only 3 minutes, I just don't know.
This time. I mean, good God.
H&R is making the heavy push into C, wiping everybody off.
Clear victors of the point. We'll see how First reacts to this with only 2.5 minutes left.
And it looks like First are completely squad wiped on said point. And they don't even have anybody in the White House that could be completely effective at this point.
And we got Quick Thumbs on the backside trying to take on a full squad. Gets Ganja, but he gets taken out. But it slows down First's advance, giving much needed time to H&R to cap the point. Thank you very much, Mr. Seal TV, for the follow. Appreciate it. And H&R is in good control.
Like H&R are holding pretty well on the point. Jesus, this has been probably the longest match I have ever seen on Frontline. I've seen some pretty long ones. Part of pretty long.
Yeah, this has been and will be for sure of a full complete game by the time we're running out.
Yeah, this is going to be a draw, absolutely. We've got crossfire from now for both teams.
And with only a minute left.
Off H&R, and H&R coming back to clean up the same way. Yeah, I don't think either team will come out victorious. It's definitely going to be a draw.
Yeah, if this isn't a draw, I will be very disappointed at this point. Oh, we've got a health crate being dropped with 5 medics in the middle of everybody.
Here comes an H&R arty strike to kind of secure and keep first off the point. We'll see if it's effective. It looks like it's gonna be.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping them off the point. Not getting any kills, but sometimes that's all you need with an artillery strike.
What I really see it doing is having
like
first stack on the
snuck
point on the
through.
outside, and it looks like they're all gonna rush in right after it
First have
ends.
snuck through on the right, and that person just got a pistol kill. Unbelievable. This might not. Oh, and they've gotten a second. This might not be over yet. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. This is going to be a draw. First, they're swarming the point again.
A for sure complete stalemate on this map.
Oh, absolutely.
And there it is.
Kill feed out.
The
We've
end.
got a 38 kill section for first.
Too easy.
And it
Quick
looks
Thumbs
like we
taking
got
it.
a 40 on
60.
the other.
Nah, that'd be too easy. Quick Thumbs getting a 60 bomb.
You know, I think Edison would have got more, but he got kicked from the game, or he left. Either way.
Either way.
Yeah, I believe he probably would have gotten more. That's a crazy 60 in a frontlines match on an actual scrim.
For sure. Just want to take a second to say thanks again, Mr. Seal, for the follow. And Kevster and Uncle Brada, I love you too, man. Don't worry. You're not getting replaced by anybody.
No, they get replaced by me. I'm here now. I take over.
And
I
just
don't know why, but I'm craving a McGriddle. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
that was
Sorry,
random.
are you sure you're not drunk right now?
No. Just stoned out of my mind.
And we are on Twisted Steel for the next match. And gonna be going after these this one farmhouse and shed with the tank resupply right in the middle. Be interesting to see if they use. Well, it looks like they're not using tanks, obviously. So that is not going to be a factor.
Won't be, huh?
Well, I mean, they didn't last time. Maybe they are. I don't know.
Last time it was because I felt like it was a glitch.
The tank, just not the right one.
Exactly.
Oh, here we go.
It seemed like it was a
folks.
glitch with the spawn last time is why they didn't use tanks, but we'll see how it plays out this time.
Yes, it will. Hopefully, this bridge, if this bridge gets destroyed really quickly, I will not be surprised. People don't understand how momentous it is to destroy that bridge to make people swim and pick them off in the water when the point gets pushed back to the left.
We got first coming in on the left and H&R on the right for my stream. And first is doing their giant flank mission again, like normal. H&R should really react and see that.
Every single time. And H&R have not yet figured out a way to counter that, Joe. And it looks like 2 support classes and 2 medic classes, which is very surprising. You don't have an assault class in that squad.
No, I can't tell, but either the tanker got kicked on the H&R side again, or he just got out. But yeah, it looks like no tanks.
Yeah, it looks like we're not running tanks on either side tonight, folks.
And from the lack of a player on the H&R side, I would say the tanker got kicked.
And here comes H&R. First, got well in behind. And now they're going to have to spread out. If H&R can destroy that bridge with some dynamite, that will save them a lot of effort of having to pick people off on the bridge and then just pick them off into water. Now they're trying to push around the flank, which is being met by resistance here. And they're spread out in a pretty thin line, pushing through smoke. And there's the one kill, first one in the water on Monkey. God did get through, but Bam is there. And Bam gets another, and that's an exchange, and Holly is going to get the revive.
Psycho pushing in, laying down, but he's going to have to get off that objective soon. He's looking at 3 people right now. I don't know why he doesn't try and shoot at him. He is just hiding in the corner right now. This is very interesting to see what he is trying to do. He is waiting
First
for
coming
some
out H&R with a left
spawns.
and right flank. Let's see how H&R reacts to the flanking once again.
Not sure if Psycho thinks that he can keep his whole squad there, waiting for the next point, because First is already overrunning them at D.
Yeah, I don't understand at all why you would keep a full squad back behind the point and not push up.
Well, now they're
Makes
actually
no
coming in
sense.
from behind to get the flank on First, like they did them in the beginning of the match. So we'll see what happens if H&R is able to sandwich First, but it looks like First is just running H&R over in the front, and
Hopefully this one's not a draw, folks.
Back not so much though. It looks like H&R has got him a little bit confused on how to handle this situation right now.
First does know that there's a bunch back there going back to wipe them out, and they do. H&R's flank failed from behind. Now they're going to have to push in from the front.
Well, First look like they're going to secure this point here right on time, as a lot of H&R are pushing in. These 2 points here are very difficult on this map if you do not have any sort of organization.
First, using tons of smoke on the right-hand side because there is a little bit of cover with some trees and some boulders, but there's not a whole lot over there because of that big pond, lake, whatever you'd like to call that body of water. And H&R is retreating to the houses to get onto the E point. Let's see what First does to drive them out of the house. I believe we're probably going to see some Panzers.
And First they're going to push the flank again, and it works every time for them.
H&R needs to realize that they are constantly being flanked and keep at least 1 or 2 people on either side of themselves, just because they are getting overrun. They are all bunched up in that one single house and courtyard, and First is swarming them. If they don't get out of there and push out, they are not going to have a good time. And that back house is getting taken down by some dynamite, it looked like. First controlling that back house very well, but they need to make sure to get down onto the point. I don't believe you can actually capture inside of that house on the 2nd or 3rd level. And First is able to wipe H&R off of the point and start the take back.
It looks like H&R have multiple snipers, and I do not understand the thinking there on this particular point.
And here comes that wide flank again from First.
That makes no sense to me, because First just overran both snipers.
Wow.
Not sure what
Fake
H&R's
Holly
thinking is.
Going off with the kukri. Yeah, I'm not sure either.
They're on the wrong house and doesn't look like they're trying to push back in. First in good control of that entire point.
I think somebody spawned there, and then they all spawned on them, and they just got trapped in that house. I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
We got Ganja way up there, making sure nobody from spawn gets in. He's going to go after Gunther right here, but Gunther gets past him.
Looking at the capture area, that house is still in the capture zone, so long as they're within the barriers of that back wall and the front sheds near the vehicle resupply. So that whole area is still a capture point for Echo. It just seems like they are holding back.
Yeah. Too bunched up. If you guys don't move around and get out of that bunch, you're just going to get wiped out by a single squad, taking out 2 full squads.
Yeah, and it looks like this point will swing in Versus favor because they can just not seem to get out of that right side house, and it is just a slaughter. First, just sitting there holding them off.
What
the
a
point with
perfect
2
nade,
medics.
though. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
really, absolutely. That was a great nade to take that man down finally. And Gunther again with a sniper rifle.
Let's see what he's doing.
Chased by multiple people. That was the most ineffective spawn I think I've ever seen in an actual match. And here's another sniper. I do not understand why there's multiple snipers being called.
He is.
And everybody from HNR has been taken off the point, but they are coming back again strong.
That sniper's using the Arasaka with the mid-range 3 times and pulling out the pistol. Trying to go for kills distance-wise with that is not that great of an idea.
And finally, Echo has fallen to the first, and they will now be pushing on to the bombs.
Yes, now is the time you get your sniper in. I just don't understand the idea of when you need to push on the point, you calling a sniper through. I don't get that. And it looks like we have another first flank coming all the way around to Charlie. And it's going to be a full squad, 2 medics, 1 support, and now we've got 1 assault. And this is how a squad should be set up as. And they're going to meet resistance heavy this time. Here comes the smoke from everybody that's a medic right now on first. And it is a full line.
Look at Ganja on the extreme flank, back by the spawn almost, for
yeah, they've got
Conquest.
2 flanks going, and the one on C is super effective. 3 players have made it through. Up now only 1. Somebody just got cut down, and the plant is happening inside all the chaos. First get the plant, now they have to fall back, and the whole team is going to. That was absolutely nuts. Inside the entire confusion, there was a bomb plant.
Miss Mazook getting on there and getting that disarm off, but first is pushing heavy into A. HNR needs some more people to try to take on this double squad at A. And Ganja going for the plant, but Korean comes in and takes him out.
There's no sir, headshot time.
That is my MCOM station, or whatever the heck it's called in Frontlines.
We'll call it MCOM. I'm sure they'll use the same terminology.
Yeah, if you've played Battlefield at all, you know what I mean.
Got a pistol kill on Alpha from the first sniper.
Oh, and here comes an arty strike by first, trying to clear off Charlie. Looks like they will with this arty strike.
It's gonna be really effective. There's 2 full squads.
Necessarily, they've only got 1 kill out of that arty strike, but they do push everybody off.
Oh, whether it's 1 or 2 kills, it will prevent anyone from going to defuse that bomb.
And it looks like
HNR comes back.
Drop an arty strike of their own to push them all back. And then
yes,
got
they
people on
do.
the bridge in behind them. This has got interesting real quick.
This is the beginning of what I expect to be a salvo of arty strikes coming from either side.
And the fuse is off on Charlie, though, so it will only be A is now the worry point.
And
it looks like
first seemed to have
A pretty wrapped
completely
up,
taken it and gotten the detonation. Yep.
And A goes down.
You got 29 more people, so we'll be here for a while, folks.
29 people left, but 28 minutes still in the game, so it could go back if HNR gets a good push off all the way to First's own stations.
And it looks like whoever the random is on the right side excuse me, is holding that bridge area very well. Oh, and it looks like we had some sort of bomb explosion
Got a
on the.
double plant going off right now,
Yeah,
and
that
there
was
comes in.
interesting. I don't know what
H&R
that
already
was.
strike on Charlie, as well as a smoke barrage in the front of Bravo. They're pulling out everything they can just to make a quick push to defuse these bombs.
And while their artillery is effective, they got nobody close to go for it. And down goes Bravo.
But the defuse
Next
goes
one,
on
Bravo.
Or
Bravo.
Alpha, my
Yeah.
mistake.
Charlie?
That will be it, folks.
Whatever.
No, it won't. They've gotten it defused here.
I love you, Joe. That's why I'm here.
Exactly. Cover the bases for me.
Yeah. You got the name for them earlier. I'll cover you for this.
There you go. Words is heard. And a first arty strike coming in onto the point, covering the plant, and H&R gets absolutely decimated on the point. Nemesis Prime just gets flown into the air by the arty strike. And first is in control, but Angry Monk trying to get in there under.
Dynamite kills going off though, Joe, so they're not in complete control there.
Angry Monk charges in on a suicide mission, gets the defuse, but first comes in, wipes him out, and is gonna get the plant again. But here comes H&R right back to get it for themselves, because first completely wiped off. And who brought in a tank to this battle? Crandy. Kick that Crandy Randy.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Somebody brought in a tank too little too late, and first looking like they're ready for the point to not be taken, and they're gonna hold the bridge.
And he has been kicked.
And
Yes,
there
yes.
is now a stationary Tiger tank that can be used for more cover, but it's a little far back to help. Only 2 tickets left. This one is going to go for extra innings, but H&R has a big task to push all the way back to
They have to get all 3 at this point in order to get anything from this game.
all the way back here to get any of these bombs. So we'll see what happens.
H&R are able to hold out on their last point, but now they have to work their way all the way through this entire map of 5 points, all the way to first spawn to try to get their bombs now, and 2 of them.
Oh, and Dynamite did not get the kill there, but it looks like H&R are swarming through
With
what
little
was
to no
a very
resistance,
solid
too.
foundation that did not last long, and here comes first.
But a giant
All coming
swarm.
together. This is going to be a clash of gunfire.
First definitely
On the
has
road, and
numbers.
Yeah, the road is definitely a hot point. And first has somebody in behind getting kills with a pistol.
H&R pushes in, but first made it into the E point first and are holding it quite well.
We'll find out soon who has the majority on the flag when it unlocks, and it looks like first has just a slight majority over H&R as they run up to the point.
But H&R just running into the guns of first, and Dr. Hellcat on the flank coming in from behind, wiping out a squad.
If H&R cannot get a good foothold on this point before the timer ticks down, I don't think they're going to have a chance to push all the way back based off of how long the push for first lasted this last round.
Yeah, H&R is going to need to pull something off right here, right now, using a smoke barrage, I believe, to try to push in. And there it is, smoke barrage
As well
going
as an
in.
arty strike.
Yeah, double coverage there. First, they're going to take this point.
Though this might be too little too late, we'll see. And yes,
Yes.
it is. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
that is just going to end up being a waste of squad points.
And while we wait for the last sector to open up for first, just want to say thank you, Cap Guns, for the sub. Appreciate it, buddy. Got a gang of first trying to push underneath the bridge, as well as 2 full squads going up and around with Viti with his squad on the far right. They got a wide spread.
Gonna be met there. Yeah, Joe, they're going to be met with resistance on that far right, but they don't know how many it is, but it's not making a difference, and now they're going to be able to push forward, and it looks like first they're breaking through on the left-hand flank, and they are going to also have the right-hand flank. And
both left and right. H&R having a solid stack on the point, though. Let's see how hard they'll make it for first to take them off.
And 1 good or 2 packets of dynamite in there could take out 6 of them all at once. They are all bunched up.
Absolutely agree.
Well, that is if they get that close. What I'm thinking is going to be coming is that arty striker right there.
That's going to soften them up a little bit to allow first to push in.
I'm surprised it wasn't called on the point itself. It looks like they called it just in front of the point to give themselves cover, but it would have been much more effective had they put it on Bravo itself.
Well, that's an unfortunate
it would have been a
call
lot more effective for sure. They did get 2 kills out of it though, so it wasn't ineffective at all. And they are pushing that point now, and it looks like the bridge players will not be able to make a difference, and they're going to get the plant at this moment.
And zooming out, you can just look at the map where most of the action has been just based off the craters, all on this last sector.
And somebody brought in a tank but was quickly kicked. So H&R is bum rushing B to get that defuse off, but oh my god, look at the first feed of sector artillery right there, taking out 4 with 1 blow.
And now H&R are
but
getting
they get the defuse.
3 now. And
Captain Gunther from the looks of it.
Yeah, it was Gunther, absolutely. That was an instant reaction, and that was a great little call there.
H&R able to wipe first off of the map again. First gonna need to push in, but we're gonna see what's happening. We got I think somebody had a misspawn. We got we got a full squad spawning all the way back at their home spawn across the river.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a misspawn there, Joe, because that's not normal.
That is not what you're looking
Here
for.
comes first.
And they all redeployed.
Yeah, here comes first, trying to push very hard on the right flank.
You know,
This
3
is gonna be
redeploys is actually going to hurt
big.
this last offensive push that they're making here.
And a Panzer kill going out to H&R at point blank range. Oh, that is one for the clip books.
Yeah.
And here comes Z coming to push the right flank.
Oh, a big explosion going off. Called in by the artillery from the what do we call them? The modems?
Yeah, modems.
No, that's got to be wrong.
That is correct, Brada. This is the second game thus far, and it has been a slugfest, but First has been able to push H&R all the way back, and they just need 1 more plant, which it looks like they're going to get right now. AP mine being used by Miss Mazook.
Well, this is the 3rd game, isn't it? Because it was Devastation, then in Rotterdam, and now Twisted Steel.
That is correct. Devastation was a half a game because it took them forever to load in, but yeah, this technically is the 3rd.
And we got another bomb plant. This will decide it. And we got a bone saw kill too on the point itself.
Looks like
We'll see what H&R can pull off, but it looks like all of them completely ignoring kills and just going straight for that defuse, and they get it off in the middle of a sea of first.
But first runs in and gets it real quick.
And it looks like we've got multiple people coming in behind every first. Yeah, this is going to be
I
interesting
hear
if they
a
can pull it off.
V1.
No, that's a
I
call
do
in.
too.
It was a med crate call in.
I heard it too.
No,
I was
no.
completely surprised.
Oh,
That's a
there it
V1.
is. Let us see this coming in from the distance.
Oh, we are going to have a V1 here, folks.
And here it comes.
This is going to be a game decider, ladies and gentlemen. Counter artillery strikes, and now a V1.
And here it is. And
Oh, and it is from first. And it leaves a cloud of dust like you ain't never seen before. And there it is. First half secured. Bravo, finally. That should do it. Oh no, it looks like that. Oh, he almost touched it. We've got somebody running into defuse B. Will they
Sikorian,
get the play in time?
but he gets knifed
they
by
will
Big
not.
Cheese.
Almost had it.
And another one coming in to run. This is incredible.
But here comes War Monkey.
I think he's
going
gonna get it, and he does.
Gets it off.
He does. He's gonna. Oh no! Now we gotta
Forcing
Oh my
first
God,
to
this
stay
is
in that arty
insane.
strike until it is done.
This is absolutely insane. Somebody's on fire, and the defuse happening, and gets away with it.
This
Wow.
is definitely an exciting sector.
Absolutely. This is an instant classic round here. This is even better than Rotterdam. We've got 16 minutes left of this. I don't think I've ever seen back-to-back rounds in Frontline go full 45.
That is true. And
This is not the walkover we thought this would be. H&R are holding their own when it comes down to it. First already established on the point. All H&R can really do is spread out on the bridge and hope that first do not counter them with a flanking squad.
we got
Another tank called in by a TSL member. He's surely to be kicked soon, I'm sure.
yes, I would
Soon as
imagine
Psycho
so.
sees.
But yeah, Kevster, V1s are illegal. This is supposed to be ESB, but they dispensed with that rule set quite a long time ago.
Yeah, in the first 5 minutes of the first round. This is crazy. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. I definitely haven't seen a V1 yet on a Frontlines match, and I've done a few of them on Battlefield V back when Frontlines first came into the mix and before they took it away. On multiple headshots from both sides going off like crazy. We're gonna zoom in here for you folks. This is intense.
Yes, it is. And mash buttons. If you're talking about the team ECL, no, this is not them. This is First versus H&R right now. However, I am sure that ECL will show up with some shoutcasts from me eventually. First, making quick work of that last objective. Trying to make it to the B point. I don't know. I didn't see how much time was left for them to get there.
I think it's under 15.
Yep,
13
13:40. Well, here comes another slugfest. I imagine we're probably going to see some more arties, but look at the B point just pockmarked by artillery everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, losing
I
my
brought that up
camera.
earlier. This sector has been completely destroyed by arty strikes.
Oh yeah, there's only one house and one barn left standing. And I'm surprised that's even left, to be honest. And it looks like Ganja Slayer and his flanking team are actually going to be met with heavy resistance for the first time this match. We have not seen that at all tonight, but they run straight over them. And that didn't effectively do anything. We're going to try and bring you some closer footage here, folks.
First,
And it
pushing that
looks like
left
H&R
flank.
First
doing
they're gonna push
everything
right
they can
into
to keep
the
him off the point.
Yeah, First gonna throw some dynamite in there. Or for crying out loud, shoot a panther.
First left flank is not effective. H&R is able to take them all out.
Yeah, at first they rolled through him, but... Well, actually, Joe, you're wrong on that, because one person was alive hiding where we couldn't see him, and now they're full strength on the flank again.
First
And
have an
they're
entire
holding their
squad in
own
that back
Ganja
building.
Slayer getting taken out.
Here comes the main
First
division.
and a swarm of people, though. They are going to do everything possible to end this game, because I think they're as tired of this now as we are.
And Kevster, tonight in the booth I have Botard from the 30th and Don Mad from Murder Inc.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen?
And boy, are we glad to be
There
here.
is the dynamite, and it is clear on the front side, and we've got the Calibre kill. And now, oh my gosh, now an AP mine yeah, okay, we've definitely seen everything tonight.
Biggie Cheese getting taken out by that AP mine.
From the Randy.
I mean, H&R is smart to put those there, but that is not very kosher, in my opinion.
No, it is not, but it wasn't random that used it. Let's just be clear on that.
That is
Although
true.
it doesn't matter, because First cleared the point. And here comes the enemy artillery strike.
And there it is.
Yeah, it's artillery.
No squad leaders near the point. It looks like First will be slow to react with their own counter artillery of their own.
Oh my
Going instead
gosh,
with
we
a
got
smoke
artillery.
barrage.
He got smoked. This round has provided everything. V1s galore, plants and diffuses. We were not disappointed here. And then one kill from that H&R artillery.
But it did take off First from the point completely.
Yes, it did, and that was its intended job, and it worked. But First,
I think I hear
hang
another.
on to win this one if they can keep this going for 10 more minutes.
H&R
And here
calling.
comes an artillery strike on the bridge to keep First back, and it is very effective. Already an instant effective kill with it.
And back to E we go.
No. Ay, ay, ay.
And
I thought this was going to be a close game.
And you can keep that opinion to yourself, Uncle. Just saying.
Do I want to know?
He said that Botard is better than me.
Well, he's sweet, and I'm glad he said what I paid him to, you know.
No, okay. That makes sense. Those V-Bucks. Those V-Bucks.
And
Yeah.
we've got dynamite on the bridge from a First member, making sure nobody's getting the ground. Oh, and we've got the dog tag with the bayonet charge. Yeah, I'm pretty sure ESB rules went out the window in round one and haven't returned and ain't gonna make a presence.
As smokes go all on and off around the point. First do seem to have a good, strong front line,
But
keeping H&R back.
H&R pushing through the smoke, though. Getting in there. Starting to take out bodies. So we'll see what happens.
H&R on the flank trying to keep Ganja Slayers covered, and it's working pretty well so far, I must say.
First is in control because they built the sandbags up, so that slows down H&R's ability to get into the point. And they got Airwolf. First, Airwolf is hiding by a tree, making sure he can lay down cover fire from his flank and hear anybody that is coming into the point from spawn.
We've got 57 seconds left for this game to be over. And it'll go the way of first.
Well, I think it's no. That's just for the.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry.
Still got 7:30 left in the game. I'm really excited to see if First can actually get this point for the win. I mean, they will win no matter what at this point because there is no way H&R is going to be able to push them all the way back in the time allotted.
Time alone it takes with the 60 seconds of the point to unlock. There's just too many points for them to be able to break all the way back.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have to swarm everywhere at once, and that's just not possible.
Well, they would have to not be defending their last point at this time, and it's not possible at this point. But we'll see what First can do with this last sector. 7 minutes to get a detonation.
First trying for the far right flank. Not really. It kind of is paying off for them, but H&R is getting squad spawns on the point. We got the Vitor Lethal on the roof with the newly acquired gold bar. That thing is gorgeous. And gets taken down by Ganja with the bar himself.
A bar of his own.
Sounds like a rap battle going off here.
Dropping bars. Dropping bars.
Dropping bars left, right, and center here, folks.
And
Buy my mixtape. Out of Rite Aid.
At a Rite Aid, a 7-Eleven near you. Oh, and that was an interesting explosion. Smoke now coming in first, looking to end this game. with a
H&R
feat.
pulling out a Piot, getting a triple right there.
Yeah, I think rules have basically gone the fuck out the window about 20 minutes ago.
And here comes a first sector artillery on the
Whoa.
point, completely wiping off any of the H&R on the point.
That's right, Kevster. He definitely raised the bar, and that is hilarious. And we do have a
He
tank
is
coming
not
in
Nick
for
Cannon,
H&R.
That's all I gotta say.
We'll see how
Somebody's
quickly
got a
he
bar
gets kicked
here.
now that he's on the H&R side.
He might get left alone for a little while. Who knows?
At this point, we're not sure. We've lost track time.
And Psycho is going in for the defuse, so he is not going to have time to kick him. And time runs
do it.
out. First, able to get all the way and take out 2 points, but not able to get the final one, but they still win.
Hard-fought battle for sure, but that was clearly a game in favor of First.
Definitely,
yeah.
indeed.
Hold on, I'm gonna ask Seiko if we're going one more.
Back to Devastation.
I actually do like this map on Frontline since they changed the bomb points. It's not so one-sided as it was when it first came out. Because when it first came out, it was like you literally didn't have. If you got on the one side and you want on the right side and you want C, it was pretty much over. Like, yes, that is it, folks. I've got confirmation from No Days Off that was the final round. I'm just gonna wait for the loading screen if we actually get one.
I've already gotten in, and doesn't seem as though, and there go some people. Yep, there it is. So I'm gonna wrap this up right here. That was a very hard fought 3 rounds of Frontlines. First just seemed to have a little bit more firepower to outmatch H&R, and their flanking ability with Ganja going on those deep flanks for First was
Yeah.
what got them the victory.
Yeah, absolutely, Joe. I will agree 100% with you on that one. that was definitely the difference there with the flank. Ganja had that nailed to a science. He knew every part of every map, and he wasn't playing around. So, but alright, ladies and gentlemen, I will catch you Sunday night for our league match between Murder Inc. and 30th. Have a good night. Bring you nothing but classics. Good night, Cup of Joe, and good night, Botard. We will catch you people on Sunday.